Alright guys, welcome back to the next episode on the channel, and today we're going to be doing 3 raids. We are going to be doing 2 VENUSAUR raids to get 400 or plus Mega Energy, and then we're going to do 1 more Thunderus trying to get that shiny, and I'm going to do some more throughout the week. I really do want a Thunderus shiny. Thunderus is actually quite a useful Pokemon when it comes to electric types. Not this form, the Therian form, but I may as well get some of these while I can just to get the candy and some XL candy at the same time. So, let's go over VENUSAUR first. So, VENUSAUR as a Mega is quite an easy one to take care of. Unfortunately, there is no 2 times weakness, which is a shame. However, if you get a good enough VENUSAUR, then you should be able to just tank the attacks that it has. So, let's have a look at... Hold on, my mouse vanished then. So, the CP ranges for VENUSAUR to be caught is 1,480 to 1,554. That is without Weather Boost, and Weather Boost is 1851 to 1943. So, quite a decent CP to be caught at. Obviously, you can find these Pokemon in the wild as well, which is all random CPs. VENUSAUR, without being a Mega, has a base stat of 198 attack, 189 defense, and 190 stamina. So quite a good all-round Pokemon. Now, let's go to its Mega Evolution to go over the stats that this has. So, Mega VENUSAUR has an attack of 241, a defense of 246, and a stamina of 190. So, basically its defense goes up by quite a lot, and then its attack also goes up by a little. So, let's look at what moves you should use for doing DPS in gyms, and then also good for PvP. So, looking at DPS, you are looking at either Vine Whip or Razor Leaf as its non-charge move. I would always go with Razor Leaf because it does have a higher DPS. However, Vine Whip is a faster attack, so you've got to look at, do you want to get your charge attack off faster for PvP, or do you want to do more damage in raids? Now, for its move, it's a no-brainer. Its charge move should be Frenzy Plant. Unfortunately, you do need to use an Elite TM to get this, unless there is a classic day coming up soon, where you can get this Pokemon's legacy move, which is Frenzy Plant. Its second move, obviously you want Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb is also a stab type move because of its poison typing, and should do very well against a lot of other Pokemon that do come up against it. Counters wise, you want to be looking at Psychic, and then also Ice. So for me, I went with Mega Alakazam and then Mewtwo. 2 really powerful Pokemon, and obviously Mewtwo is really, really good. You do want to have Confusion and Psystrike on Mewtwo to do the most damage. However, Psychic is also okay. So, just as we are going into some more, let's go over Thunderus. Now, Thunderus is a weird one. Obviously, there are 2 forms of Thunderus, the Incarnate form and the Therian form. Today's one is the Incarnate form, which is unfortunate because the Therian form is a lot better. So, what you want to be using against Thunderus is a Rock-type Pokemon or an Ice-type Pokemon. They are the 2 super effective typings against this Pokemon. Its offensive move should be Thunder Shock and Thunder. And then what you want to be doing for like a second charge move, you want to be looking at Crunch to be able to do a bit more damage to other Pokemon. It's caught CP from raids, so you are looking at 1,828 to 1,911. Now, I don't think that's right. I think that's wrong. Because I don't think the raids I did were that high. Anyway, sorry, I am looking at a website for this while I've got pre-recorded raids. And then also for Weather Boost, 2,285 to 2,389. I do think that's boosted very high for the Thunderus recall. Let's just have a look, actually. Let's load up the game. So, recent Thunderus, 2,300 and... Oh, no. It is right. So, let's look at its stats as a Pokemon. So, the attack is 266, which is high. Defense of 164 and a stamina of 188. So, very low defense, very low... stamina is kind of average. So, you are looking at a Pokemon that will do a lot of damage, but also be wiped out quite fast. Let's look at the Therian form. So the Therian form has 295 attack, which is outrageous. And then its defense is 161, and then stamina of 188. So you do want the Therian form to do more DPS, and that is the same. You want Thundershock and Thunderbolt. However, you can also go for Volt Switch and Thunderbolt. Because I believe Thundershock is a legacy move for the Therian form. So let's look at some Pokemon that you are going to use against it. Obviously, you are looking at Ice and Rock types. So for me, I think in the raid I've done in this video, I did use Aerodactyl and then Tyranitar, Gigalith, and Rhyperior. Really good Pokemon to have. However, the best rock type you want to be using is actually Rampardos, with the move of Smackdown and Rock Slide. And then Rhyperior is actually third on the list, so I do need to get a few more Rhyperior with Rock Wrecker. And then you've also got Tyrantum up there with Rock Throw and Meteor Beam as well. If you are going to go Ice type, I would say Abomasnow as the first one to get the Mega. And then you want Shadow Mamoswines to be at the top. If you don't have any of them, then you want to be using Darmanitan, the Galarian form. Alright guys, I'm actually going to leave this video here. Thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you did try and get yourself a Thunderus shiny or some Venusaurs. Obviously with Classic Combination back, Venusaur is you should have a lot of candy. It has already come back as a classic, so it won't be around for a long time. But you should have a lot of candy from that com day, unless you started recently. Then try and catch a few of some of the Pokemon and trade them with a friend. You should be able to get a good amount of candy from that. Because then if you get a bad one, you can basically transfer the Bulbasaur that you've got or Venusaurs that you've traded over, and then keep going that way. Like I said, if you do catch a shiny, let me know in the comments. If you do have any questions to ask, also leave that in the comments and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, please subscribe to the channel. I am trying to reach 200 and then 300, but we are trying to reach 200 by the end of the year. So, yeah. See you in the next one.